guys. So it's Friday evening. I just finished posting a video, had supper, and I'm back out in the shop. I'm gonna get a bunch of small pieces together, sanded and cleaned up and ready to go. Um, I'm gonna actually be shooting 3 colors at the same time, so 3 different things. But yeah, no big deal. Um, yeah, stick around and see where this takes me. All right, so the sun finally did come out. So put the hood outside. The longer this cooks out here, the better it is, and the sooner I'll be able to flip it over and do the top side. So while I've got that out here, what I've done is sprayed my my wheel tubs with a guide coat. So I'm going to block these out and see if they're good enough for paint right now or not. Feels like a bit of a wobble in this one, but I mean, they are just wheel tubs. Yeah, so I'm going to sand these out and see what I got. And these are going to be blue, of course. This is going to be the tan color, also for the 51. It's a horn button, so I'm painting it the same color as the dash. And then I've got all these parts that are for the 37 Pontiac, so they're all going that same cream color. So I'll be loading this rack right up with parts and getting all the stuff painted. Hopefully get it all done at the same time. So that's the plan anyway. So I'm going to go ahead, block these out, and we'll get on some other parts after. All right, so apparently I did a real crappy job sanding this thing before I primed it. So it's going to have to be re-primed. But I also need a little thin skim here. It's just got a wobble in it right here. But yeah, not horrible, but I want it better than that, you know. And the second one's much the same. I think a lot of it is because the only thing I did, I machine sanded everything except for the actual curve right here. So, you know, should have probably got the old hand block out there and sanded it by hand, but whatever. Anyway, I'll finish this thing up and a little skim of mud here and there. I dropped down to a 220 grit as soon as I seen what was going on here. So, yeah, something for the filler to grab onto. And, yeah, I'll finish these up, and I guess I'll reprime them in the morning. I've got to get that hood back in here. The sun's going to be behind the trees in a few minutes anyway, so it's not doing any good out there other than making room for me. But we'll get them in. All right, so it's the next day, and Friday that is. I've done a little bit of mud work on both of them, straightened them out pretty good, so they're ready to prime. The Pontiac hood is out there. I covered it up so I don't get any overspray on it. Just want to get these in primer, give them a chance to dry up. Maybe I can paint them tonight. It looks way better. Okay, so I took my bench setup down and I brought in the rack, and I'm going to start painting some of these small pieces. I'll get the headlights up here, fender braces, headlight trim rings. This is the piece the hood top is hinged to, and your waterfall will go right down here all the way down the length of the hood. Piece of stainless. So I'll get this done and just keep plugging away until all the parts are done. I got tail lights, the tail light stands, the headlight stands, a couple other little pieces. But yeah, we'll just keep plugging away until it's all done. I recovered the hood outside, and we're good to go. Okay, it's one coat. Alright, so I've done 2 coats on everything. That's good enough for the fender braces and the piece under the hood. I'm just going to hit the headlight pots and trim rings again. With clear, that is. That should do it. I have a little bit of clear left. I might just hit the pots one more time once that sets up. That's it for now. Hey guys, it's Saturday afternoon. We've been raining off and on all day, just lightly raining, one good thunderstorm. But for the most part, just been, kind of cloudy and spitting on you every once in a while. But I had a ton of stuff to do for my own stuff, personal stuff, and I've been running around all day. That, and I noticed on my truck, my daily driver, the tires are totally finished. So I gotta get some tires in that thing. So I started on that and did a few other things. I'll just grab the camera and show you. So these are the rims and tires that were on the truck when I bought the truck. That's 3 years ago, and they weren't new when I bought it, and they're certainly not new now. So look at the tire. It's a racing slick. That's what it is. Performance. Yeah, totally bald. I was kind of wondering why my truck was wandering all over the place. Anyway, I've done 2 of them, but I'll show you what's going on here real quick. So yeah, these back tires are poor as well, but not as bad as the front ones were. So I'm going to change these out, but like I said, I've done the front already, but I went a different route. Instead of using those rims, I'm not a big fan, and they're a bitch to clean, pain in the ass really. I decided to go with the factory rallies. So the center caps are the same as the wheels that were on there, so I pulled the center caps off. I have 2 full sets of these with the trim rings and the center caps. Much better looking wheel. I think it suits the truck better. So I've got 2 brand new tires sitting on Ford rims. They're also same size as these 235 15s. I'm going to mount them on the 2 other rallies that I have. These ones came off my other square body. I don't know if I said that, but there's plenty of good tread left on these. These are pretty good shape, so I much prefer the look. I don't know. I just think it suits the truck better. Anyway, so got that. And this was the score. Local hardware store is closing down at the end of the month. Another victim of the times, I guess. But I bought these shelving units. They're steel. It's 16 gauge steel. I use this for body metal, patching and stuff like that. 20 pieces, $5 each. So $100 for 20 pieces. There's enough sheet metal here, probably to last me the rest of my life. Because if I'm patching, if I need that many patches on one vehicle, I'm not doing it. It's junk. So yeah, this should last me a long friggin' time. Because I try and buy patch panels when I can. So I don't go through a ton of this stuff. But this is what I used for my wheel tubs for my 51. So good score. Very good. Quite pleased with that. So there. And then I also, I've been lugging around a stupid air compressor tank all winter. It was actually pretty good for traction in the snow. So, but snow is long gone. So it's time to get it out of the truck and start using my truck again as a truck, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to clean that up, paint it, and I'm going to hook that up on the other side of the back wall of the garage. There's a lean-to carportish thingy attached to the back. I'll build a little cabana for it with a light bulb in it, or maybe open up a vent in the wall so some heat gets in there. And I'm going to hook this up to my compressor. So I'll have this huge tank. Compressor should run probably a third of the time. It'll run longer when it does, but it, you know, big tank like that lasts quite a while. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. So tomorrow's supposed to be decent. So I'm going to be spraying the top side of the hood. So what I've done here is I've masked off all the openings, taped up any of the holes and whatnot. Same with the louvers. And the reason for that, I want this little overspray or backspray or whatever you want to call it going through there and fogging up all the underside of the hood. So I'm just going to cover it up, and I'm going to do the same thing over here and block off these louvers as well. So I'm going to do that, get on sanding these things, and tomorrow we'll shoot them. And like I said, the sun is supposed to be out tomorrow, so get them shot, painted. As soon as it's dry to the touch, put them out in the sun and let the sun do its magic. So that's where I'm at. All right, so there you go. Every once in a while, you got to take a day for yourself and do some of your own stuff. You know what I mean? So that was today. I should be able to pretty much knock off the Pontiac and finish it off tomorrow. I'm hoping, at least. I don't see why not. I've got one more small pile of tiny parts and top side of the hood, and that's it. It's going to be tight with the paint. It's close, but I think we got enough to cover it. I'm not going to chintz out if I see I don't have enough. Well, we'll pick up another pint or something after the long weekend and do the little parts. But I've got enough to do the top of the hood for sure. Get that done, and I'll take stock after that. So yeah, this thing will be done tomorrow, I think, ish, sort of. Anyway, yeah. So if you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, share it with your buddies, and all those good things. Don't be shy, leave comments, and yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.